Over the next few months, eligible individuals who do not present a risk to national security or public safety will be able to request temporary relief from deportation proceedings and apply for work authorization.
That was former President Barack Obama announcing on June 15, 2012, the beginning of DACA, the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. DACA was created due to the failure of Congress to pass the DREAM Act, which would have provided a path to citizenship for certain immigrants brought to the country illegally as children. He said that in the absence of congressional action, the Department of Homeland Security would institute a temporary program to defer deportation for eligible individuals who do not present a risk to national security or public safety. Currently, there are about 800,000 people enrolled in DACA. One of those recipients are people like Efren.
Hi, my name is Efrain Ruiz Martinez. I'm originally from Mexico, from Guanajuato, Mexico. It's a small state in Mexico. I'm 21. I'm here currently at Sierra College. I currently work in auto body, like for cars, boats, anything. Before I actually came here to the United States at 5, I remember, in Mexico, I lived in a farm with my grandparents. We didn't have a car. I went to school over there. I was in kindergarten over there. In kindergarten, you start at 4 years old, so I was in kindergarten since 4. I remember going back. Actually, it took like 20 minutes from school to home every day. Me and my mom. My dad was currently here in the United States. He would be coming back and forth. He would be visiting us every now and then when he can, but he was over here in the United States to work because in Mexico there's so many resources that are available here. My parents brought me here to the United States because, well, one reason, just for a better life. When people say, what's a better life? Well, imagine you're in a country where you're poor, you don't have any resources, there's not much to advance. If your family doesn't have any your family doesn't have any money, you can't really advance into it and get an education. Mostly everyone that I was raised over there, kids are either dead or in jail, or some of them have gone to education, but they've left it because their family needs more money in order, to live and get a roof over their houses than go to school. What separates me is nothing but one thing, which is paper. I've had DACA since 2015. After I graduated from Highlands High School, my parents, showed me that there's a program called DACA that Obama had created in June 15th, I believe, 2012, which gives, immigrant students, immigrant people that are going to college, the chance to go to, the opportunity to be here actually in college and, can work at the same time without being deported. And ever since 2015, I've been having it, and it's now 2018, so I have been going so far through the process of 2 of them. I feel about DACA, it's a very great program actually, It's giving the door to many immigrant students. It's giving them the door to achieve their dreams. There's doctors, there's teachers, there's many great people that have DACA and have continued their life and their dreams are practically still alive because of it. What it has done for me personally, it has given me that safety anchor where I can wake up and go to school without being deported. I can wake up, chase my dreams like any other normal person. Because of that, I'm in the classroom achieving and chasing my dreams. What I aspire to be is one day just be a counselor like my mentor, Dr. Ortega. I want to be able to help out many immigrant students that also come here to this country. And I want to help them find their paths, their dreams. I aspire to help out many people the same way I'm being helped. Not to say scared, because there's more scary things to life. But it is scary knowing that one day you can wake up. I mean, well, we did wake up in September where Jeff Sessions, Attorney General Jeff Sessions, rescinded DACA and said it was unconstitutional. So you do wake up with that fear that you're just like, what is my dreams are they done? Are my dreams completely done? Can I still go to school? And then you fear that you could, not just yourself could be deported, but your family members. Because when you do turn in paperwork to, Homeland Security, you're not just giving your information, you're giving in your family's information. And most of the, DACA students come from immigrant families. So the worst consequence could be everyone being deported back to your original country.
People like Efren have to fight for what people take for granted each day, like applying for a driver's license, applying for schools, or even a job. Applicants to DACA have to be at least 15 years old when applying, but under the age of 31 as of June 15, 2012. Under the age of 16 when entering the U.S., living in the U.S. continuously since June 15, 2007, present in the U.S. on June 15, 2012, and at the time of applying, in school or have graduated or completed high school or have been honorably discharged from the military, not convicted of any felony, a significant misdemeanor, or 3 or more other misdemeanors. Aside from the qualifications, DACA recipients have to pay a fee of $465 for the first time and $465 to renew their applications every 2 years. The total fee includes a $380 filing fee and an $85 biometrics fee. The fee doesn't vary based on age, income, country of origin, or current state of residence. It's $465 for everyone. Just as dreamers thought they were safe from deportation, their worst nightmare turned into a reality. On September 5, 2017, the Trump administration announced the phase-out of DACA.
I was about 5 years old when I came to America.
I was brought to Kansas City, Missouri since I was 6 months old. I'm a big Royals fan, Chiefs fan, that's home to me.
My parents came here, basically like everyone, because in Mexico they don't have resources that we have here, to survive.
I'm the first person in the whole family chain to be attending a university in the United States. My dad, he was so proud of me. He told everyone.
In Brazil, we were very poor. We were actually homeless. And when we were finally able to get a house or a place to live, there were no doors or windows. I had orthopedic problems in both of my legs. If I couldn't come to America and get the surgeries I needed, I wouldn't be able to walk by the age of 14.
No one's going to want to put their kids through crossing the desert, through maybe dying, just to come over here and be dishwashers or, without documentation. That's what you're here to do.
You have to go through a whole process to make sure you don't have a criminal record and you're good in school, so you could be qualified to be DACA.
I've never skipped school just because, and I would feel kind of upset that some American students take advantage for what they have. So when I found out about DACA being terminated, everyone was ready to break down, but we kind of had each other.
I worked so hard to get this degree. My parents are paying for my school, so that's also very worrying.
I was part of the protest. It's not just one of us. We can't be separated any longer.
The people that I helped apply for DACA, and I would tell them, oh, this is a safe program, go for it. I don't want them to feel like, oh, you helped me do it, but now the program's gone. I have been kind of involved in trying to keep DACA going. I feel like I owe it to everyone to keep trying.
I'm always so scared to look at the phone and one day, you hear my mom saying, I need you, come back. I'm getting deported, today's the day. We have these talks all the time, and it's really hard. But I wouldn't change it for the world because my dad wouldn't be alive. Now my brother wouldn't be able to get his medication that he needs. A lot of people don't know what it's like to starve. A lot of people don't know what it's like to, sleep on the ground cold, even though it's Brazil. It gets cold at night.
I have reached out to my congressman. Even though a lot of people think it doesn't make a difference, it totally does. Like, people will see names, people will see numbers, and then eventually they'll attach your story to your name.
I don't want to work with some false identification. I want to say that I made it myself.
As humanity, we have to learn to cohabitate and unite and love each other.
DACA has given people hope and opportunity. There is no doubt that DACA is life-changing for dreamers. Till this very day, there has not been much talk about what exactly is going to happen with DACA and its 800,000 recipients. Oftentimes, people don't care about immigrant rights, simply because they are so dehumanized and made look like criminals and terrorists, when it's not always the case.
Immigrant rights, because I just feel like this country was built on immigrants and people coming here with dreams and hopes and aspirations and working their butts off to not only make a better life for themselves, but contribute to this country and this culture. They're friends, they're neighbors, they're valedictorians, they're musicians, they're really, really active in the American community, and they're all living in a tremendous amount of fear right now because they're unprotected and they could be deported at any time, anywhere, and going back to a country that they don't even remember anymore. They might not even speak that language anymore.
We have an outdated and broken immigration system that makes it almost impossible to be a permanent resident in the U.S. It also puts people that see themselves as Americans at risk. Hopefully, we can come together as a country and find a solution for dreamers.
With liberty and justice.